Hello everyone, it's me again, Anya, and this is the 11th video that I have uploaded to this YouTube channel. Um, yes, I am wearing the same outfit as the last video. That is because I am recording it right after video number 10. That is why I'm going to cover it up with our beautiful shark plushie from IKEA. Anyway, today I want to talk about friends. And what brought this topic to mind is that yesterday, well, a week ago, it was my birthday. But I sadly could not get together with friends to celebrate on the exact day of my birthday because there was a huge snowstorm in Germany, northern Germany, and the trains that connect the cities in which we live in were not running. So we had to wait until this weekend, to celebrate, and everything went quite well. I had a lot of fun. We went to a Mexican restaurant, then we climbed up the bunker in St. Pauli. If you know what that is, you know what that is. And then we went to a bar in Reeperbahn, and it was very fun. I had a fantastic time, and I'm quite frankly quite happy that I know people that care about me and people that really want to spend time with me and celebrate me, my birthday, right? I know that I would do the same for them, so I consider myself a very lucky woman. But something that has been, I guess, troubling me or just on my mind a lot lately, especially now that I have a job and I am settling into a very different rhythm of life than when I was in university, is that I don't really know how to make friends like my age. And that's not just because I'm not really sure what the youth is up to these days. Like, I don't know what 23-year-olds are up to. Like, what do they do in their free time? I know it's a really big city, so I know they're out there, but I don't know how to find them. Um, I guess that, first of all, and also just the fact that I don't have a lot of free time to just go and socialize. I guess there are the weekends, but even then, I would much rather just spend my Sunday just at home resting before the week, like I am doing right now. Or and Saturday, I guess, would be the only day. But then again, I still I don't know where to go. I don't know what people do. And I guess before anyone suggests, I don't like clubbing. I don't like partying. And even if I force myself to go, which I guess I don't mind to do every now and then, it still feels like I don't know. It just feels like that's not the type of people that I want to meet. I want to meet people that share my interests. And I know most of us just reside online. You know, people who are very nerdy about like Minecraft or the Hamburg subway. If you saw my previous video, people who like the same music as I do, I just don't seem to have had any luck finding them in the real world. Even back in university, which I think university was a perfect place for me to learn to talk to people because I went to the same school from kindergarten all the way to high school, like the end of high school, which means that my friend group remained largely the same for that entire time. Not that that was a problem, but it's just that university was the first time where I myself had to just really put myself out there, as they say, and make friends. It worked out in the end. Again, I'm glad that I found the people that I did because those are the people that I am celebrating my birthday with now. Now that I am here living in Germany for the time being, and probably for a long time, hopefully. And even then, when I first went into university, I really thought I was not going to make any friends, man. I was like, well, I mean, I'm fine if I just stay on my own. I'm fine if like I don't really connect with anyone. But of course, so many young people, and I guess everyone felt that way. So ironically, everyone just put a little extra effort into putting themselves out there and just really making friends with anyone, which is highly unusual for me because I am very much an introvert. And that did lead me to becoming friends or acquainted with people that maybe were not the best fit for me. But eventually, those friendships just kind of dwindled before any real harm could be done. So I managed to keep the ones that I just genuinely would like to keep in my life. Of course, maintaining those friendships is another whole other deal, especially now that we all have responsibilities and all the people that went into that same university that we're starting to scatter around. life is getting in the way, I guess would be the expression. Some of us are doing masters, some of us got jobs. And of course, even though Germany is a very well connected country, it still takes like, if I want to visit someone far away, it still takes time to get there. Time that I don't really have right now, even though I have the money now. So it is complicated for sure, but that's maintaining friendships. Now that I am entering a new stage of my life, I am faced with that same feeling again. I don't know. I just think to myself, like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make friends. I don't know how that's going to work out for me. Except maybe this time I feel a little more clueless than when I entered university. Because again, in university, well, I mean, you're gonna see people, especially in a university like the one I went to, where we had the chance to live on campus. You're gonna be seeing the same people every day, or the same people you go to class with. And sure, I guess I see the same people at work, and I have become very much friendly and acquainted with many of my coworkers. They're all amazing people. But I don't know if you go to work to make friends. You know, there's always that professional tint to these relationships that you make at work that, in my opinion, maybe make it a bit difficult for anything other than just a coworker relationship to appear. You know, they're all interesting people, but I just don't know if I can see myself being a, a friend with them if we didn't have in common the fact that we work at the same place and do the same things, um, which is kind of scary. And I mean, of course, there's also the fact that they are mostly all older than me. So I guess they've got it figured out. They've already built their connections. And also, I guess a lot of them are Germans. They've been living here for a long time. They got friends from high school. My friends from high school live all the way back in Mexico. So I cannot just go and visit them. My family, I cannot just go and visit them. It's a bit more complicated. So it is more intimidating because I don't really know what to do. I don't really know where to reach out or where I could possibly find these communities that can translate into real world friendships because unfortunately, the very little experience I have with making friends entirely online during like COVID, it didn't turn out too well, honestly. Hold up, I need to take a sip of tea. Doing your voice hurts like this after a while, but I'm getting better at it. It helps to watch back the footage of me talking. And it's funny how I start the videos with like, "Hello everyone, it's me again, Anya." And then by the end of the video, I'm just basically talking in my guy voice again, and it's really freaky. But I don't know. Anyway, um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the same situation as me, but I don't know where to reach out. Oh yeah, I was talking about online friendships. Like making friends over Discord, for example. Of course, Discord is very much flooded with people that like Minecraft or just have really nerdy interests. But the fact that these relationships, if they're entirely online, I kind of struggle to really get attached to that friendship and commit to it and really put in the effort because I just prefer to have it translated into real life because I like going out. I like to go to places, granted not clubs, not parties, but I like to go to museums. I like to go to restaurants. I like to go to just very niche touristy places or historical landmarks. Lord knows, Hamburg has a lot of these. So of course I want to go out with them and I will do it by myself, of course, uh, because it's just my interest. But I think to myself, like, well, wouldn't it be nice to share these interests with someone that's actually gonna, reciprocate or that can I can banter about with that or just spend some time together. And this isn't even getting into like romantic relationships. I still feel, which I feel just as lost about, where am I going to meet someone right now? I'm not really meeting new people besides work, and I'm not going to work to flirt or get a girlfriend. I'm just like, I'm confused. Anyway, this is just about platonic stuff. And if that's already complicated, I do not feel ready to even think about anything romantic, I really need to secure that. again, I'm very lucky that my roommate is a friend from university, and I have friends back home that I can talk to. I have friends from university. I'm just scared about, because right now it doesn't bother me too much, but I am scared about the future. Again, once we continue scattering around, once it gets harder and harder to see each other, to talk to each other in person, because maybe my friends will get jobs. Maybe my friends will, I don't know, do a PhD in fucking China or some shit, and or maybe some of them get married and have kids, and that's going to take up all of their time. um, and when that happens, I really hope I am able to secure connections that are just purely individual to me and good friends. I want to make good friends, because I am always afraid that people will not commit to a friendship with me as much as I am willing to commit to a friendship with them. And that is kind of scary, because again, maybe it's due to my past or experiences where I've found out that people just do not care about me as much as I care about them. And that just really bums you out. That kind of makes you afraid to take the first step, which is why I want to take the first step. It kind of extra sucks when you are ready to take the first step, but you don't know where, in which direction to reach out. And again, it's a big city. I know the people are out there. I want to talk to people. I want to meet people, and just really, really enjoy my life here, and just get yeah. I guess that's the. I think that's all I kind of wanted to vent about. It is difficult to make friends already. It is even more difficult when you're living in a foreign country. Granted, I know German, but still, in a foreign country where you're still not exactly sure what people your age do, how they behave, how they perceive relationships and friendships, and when you don't really know where people with your interests go to hang out in real life. And it's even harder when I have less time because of work. Granted, again, if you saw my New Year's resolution videos, you know work is my main focus right now. I am happy. This doesn't bother me to the point where it is deteriorating my mental health, but it is something that can become more of an issue later. So I am screaming out into the world now. I am putting this online now so that hopefully later in the year or later in my life, I can come back to this and be like, hey, your worries were valid. And now you have friends. And now you have a beautiful girlfriend. And okay, that's we'll see how it turns out. That's the thing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I'm gonna go cook some dinner. Say goodbye to Bombeck, my beautiful IKEA shark that I have named after this station, Bombeck. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, or, well, this will probably be uploaded throughout the week. I hope I recorded enough videos to hopefully not disappear for a whole week. It's going to be a very busy week. I am very excited. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. How do I look nice before ending a video? Oh, before ending a video, look at my shirt. Isn't it sick as hell? And I am also wearing an Arctic Monkeys jacket. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm quite happy. It being, I guess, transitioning into a girl has given me a really big opportunity to just wear things that I maybe would have been a bit shy or awkward about wearing before. So that's amazing. Wear what you want, do what you want. People will find you, as I'm sure people will find me. But of course, if you need to vent, then fucking vent. All right, it's good to put your feelings out there, because you have all the power needed to validate your own feelings. You don't need to rely on other people to do that. Of course, it's nice to get reality checks, but you need to have a very good sense of who you are and where you stand. That's all we gotta say. I'm fucking hungry, man.